Okay, so today is July 18th, 2013, and we had a decent trend today. Uh, Market opened right about there. I really wanted to get in on the second entry long, had this trend line working up on the Globex session, but it looked relatively strong. We had a small gap up on the 5 minute. I was really looking to get long right here. As soon as this entry bar broke above, I dropped the limit order in there, one take in, and unfortunately it was not filled. I was too conservative with that, and I missed a great opportunity, great swing trade here. I was definitely looking to get a swing. It came and actually bounced off my order about 2 times, but never filled me. Looking back, I think sometimes being too conservative will bite me in the ass, and I'm starting to question whether or not I should do that. I had great luck in the past of entering on the high, and I would have been filled if I would have tried to enter on the high right there, but instead I tried to reduce my risk. But the problem with that is uh, a lot of the times I'll miss a great strong trade if my premise is right, but if I'm wrong and the market decides to trap me, it's a guarantee that I will be filled. So I'm starting to question whether I should try to sneak in there a tick or so early. I mean, not early, but a tick or so better than what my entry price would be. I like entering on the highs. Most of the time I can get filled, but recently I've been trying to enter a tick back or something, and I've been left behind several times. And just that alone will screw up my win-loss. So I won't be able to capture that win, but if I do this, I will capture losses. So I was okay. I was a little bummed out. I missed that. Had this original steep trend on the Globex, this trend line, and I made an adjustment. Thought it looked better, and I didn't take any of this stuff here. At the time, with this I did not have this new trend line adjusted, so I decided to wait and got this choppiness. So I decided not to take anything here. And so my first trade, I only took two today. 2 leg pullback to the trend line right here, and this bear bar was my signal bar. And as soon as it had taken one tick above, I just put a limit order in at the high right there. Basically, we had a measured move target based off the 5 minute chart. This big bull bar right here had a measuring gap, so I measured the distance, and my projection was right up here, and ended up being, went up like a tick above that projection, then it corrected the rest of the day. So I had a feeling that we'd get up there. So once I entered here, I set my swing target for that, which was about 7 ticks. Yeah, it's about 7 ticks up, and I exited my first contract at one point, and the other one at 7 ticks, and ended up working perfectly. It corrected. Fortunately, I wasn't paying attention. This looked like a decent setup. I didn't have this trend line drawn at the time. After we broke this trend line here, I went downstairs, made some eggs and some breakfast, and I wasn't paying attention right here. Same thing. I was busy eating freaking eggs and wasn't really paying attention right here, or here. I could have the second entry, but I thought the second entry was a little bit too risky because we're near the lows anyway right here. So anyway, recently we've been having a median line in the center of a wider channel, and that's what we had today as well. Basically, as soon as this is what I had originally. I had this narrow channel up here. As soon as we broke below, came all the way down, it looked like we came pretty, like we came and tested this line coming down. If you just copy it from the top, bring it down to match that, so the swing low right there, came and tested that. Then I had a feeling that we'd probably have this median line type of thing again that we've been having. So actually, for the first time, I took a trade off of it, came back up, made two-leg pullback to the moving average and to that line, and saw a lot of selling pressure here. This bar had a huge tail on it. This bar right here failed to even get to the high of the previous bar. So as soon as this big bearish bar ticked up below, I just put a limit order at the low of this small bearish, small bull bar. Entered. I ended up exiting both contracts here at 1 point. I think it was 1 point. Just because we're so close to it already, and I figured the market would come down here and test this breakout area. Haven't had a test yet, and that's exactly what happened. And I made a little bit of money and didn't get any big swings, but can't complain again. So the rest of the day, I was tempted to go long here. This second entry long. But I'm trying not to go counter trend, even though we've been in a big trend today. We still have this decent bearish move. I don't like to go counter trend unless we have a strong break from trend line. And technically, we did if we count this trend line, but try not to go counter trend. So anyway, we came up and broke it, and had a strong correction during the close, and went down even more. I didn't participate in any of this. But yeah, my only regret today is being too conservative on this trade. I was just trying to minimize my risk. I am going for swing trades right now, and I think over the last almost a year, I've been always trying to, if I'm going for my swing, or basically my swing or my scalp target has to be the same size of my risk. But my whole idea here is I'm trying to get a swing. That's what I want more than anything. I'm not really trying to get these small scalps, but I do want to minimize my risk as soon as the market goes in my direction. So with the ES, I'm exiting at 1 point pretty much every time. I don't want to throw it up there as big as my risk. For example, if I entered on the high of this bar, my risk would be 7 ticks. So then I'd have to set my target for 7 ticks, and that's way up here to have to sit through it. That happens all the time. So maybe that's a reason why I'm always trying to make the risk smaller to try to balance it out. But I think I'm thinking about it wrong, because I am going for the swing. I am going for many times my risk a lot of the time. But sometimes if I think the market will only go a certain distance, then I'll set my target for that. It's not even 2 times risk, just like this one up here. For the last 2 weeks, my win-loss ratio is about 50-50, and most of my trades have been 2R average, but so far it's been good. I don't mind taking these little scalps once in a while, especially if I think they have a high probability. I don't mind taking them. But that's it today. Hopefully we have some more moves like this tomorrow. Today was great compared to what we've been having this week. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. Thanks for listening.